Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another fabulous workshop with Working with Tiffany. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you're joining me virtually and catching a recap, it doesn't matter. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And I don't want to delay one more moment. Let's just jump right into it. Today we are talking about creating goals. It's so very important in your business to have goals, but to know where you're going, you need a plan to get there. And that's exactly what this workshop is for. So I have created a guide and advice to setting goals that can be used for your personal as well as your business goals. So let's just get it up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are here. And you know what? Just a short disclaimer, you guys know I work with dual monitors, so I don't know exactly how you're gonna see me looking, which is pretty much okay. But if you guys are wondering, why is her head turned that way? It's because I'm looking at this screen. And if it's turned that way, I'm looking at this screen. Or if I'm looking dead at you, I'm looking at you right in the center. Anywho, so the first, which I've already said, the first rule to success is having a plan, and a plan starts with the set of goals. These goals could be in the form of short, or they need to be in the form of short, mid-term, and long-term goals. And we'll discuss a little bit what the timeline look like a little bit further down the line. It's recommended that you have the following categories listed in the table below, so that way you can feel like you're equally growing. I always hear so many people talk about, your life just came together. No, it did not. I had a plan. I worked my plan so that when things started to come to fruition, it seemed like it was just coming together. It seemed like it was all into place, but it actually took a lot of planning and effort, which is okay because it pays off in the long run. So here's an example of your goal setting chart. So over here, you can have the main objective and the short-term goal. So as an example for a short-term goal, I listed increasing sales revenue. In the midterm goal, I listed increased operation efficiency. And then the long-term goal, it's an active succession plan, because we don't want to leave anybody else with a burden if they feel like that's what they were not put on this earth to do. Like, I know a lot of people create jobs for their kids, but if you're not creating a job and you're creating a legacy where your child does not have to literally work in the business, but they can actually receive fruit from the business, like Paris Hilton and the Hilton hotel chain, I'm pretty sure she's happy that her parents left her that. So yeah, we're going to be using the SMART technique, and it is a management objective that was developed from Peter Drucker. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. And here I just gave my own interpretation of what that meant. So specific, so be precise as possible. Back up here when we said we wanted to increase revenue by how much? I can increase revenue by $25. Does that mean that I'm happy with that? No. So we're going to get specific. Want to increase the revenue by 25%. And it says, make it measurable. So since we created a method to determine how the goal's progression is, now we can chart. Did we hit the 25% or did we hit 15%? Like, how close did we get to making our goal? Achievable. So I think that something that's achievable is realizing limitations. Like, you can say, I want to be a millionaire by the end of the week, but if you haven't sold any products or services and made $1, and the end of the week is pretty much tomorrow, how realistic is that? So you can also say, well, I want to create something that is timely. And I'm going to say, okay, well, since you want to if you want to achieve $1 million by the end of the week and tomorrow is Sunday, then Timely really isn't going to do it for you because you only have one day and a couple of hours to do it in. So that might not work. And here working with Tiffany, I'm completely informal, especially with these workshops. And I see that we just have Brandy to jump in. So I wanted to say hello to Brandy and greet her. How are you doing this morning, Brandy? I'm not sure if she's on mute. Oh, yep, she is. So we're going to keep moving right along. So these short-term goals and what I've just went over here with you guys, we're actually going to use a blank template and we're going to fill these in. So this is how you go through setting those goals. And earlier I told you we would talk about the time frame. So your short-term goals should be anywhere between 6 to 12 months. So now that we're looking at our professional goals, this could be an example of joining an organization, increasing your social media presence, or even networking with a purpose. These goals could be used to increase your exposure in your revenue. So when you think about your goals, you can say, if I'm going to a network event, again, we want to be specific and we want to have measurable goals. So I want to attend 5 networking events. Well, let's just go ahead and make sure that all of our font is black here so you guys can see. So I want to achieve 5, I want to attend 5 networking events. And you can track your progress and say how many events did you actually attend? Did you attend 3? Did you attend 2? What's the cost? And here, these are just different things that you can see what you need to actually attain these goals. So if you may go to 2 free networking events and you may go to 3 paid ones. So go ahead and do your budget and you can say, okay, well, these networking events are going to cost me $100. Or here's a plug for you. Me personally, I became a member of my local chamber, and with my membership, it includes networking events. So instead of you paying $100 between those 6 to 12 months for, $100 on a monthly basis, go ahead and join an association. That way they take care of your membership fee and they plan the networking events and they bring like-minded people together. So here's your return on investment. How many contacts did I make? Like, how many business cards did I get? Well, I can't really say that because I am all about authentic connection. So we'll say, how many authentic connections did I make? So maybe you made 5 authentic connections, and that's going to be super awesome. Then you look at your time frame deadline. So how soon do I want to do this? I want to do this for 1 month. So now you can see, okay, now you can see if you actually hit your goals, how much it costs you to get your goals, your realistic return on investment, and your time frame to do it in. And this, I left a blank row for you to actually input exactly where you want to go with your professional goal. Now, you guys know I am a numbers girl. So how can I say? My thing is, at the end of the day, if you're going to make boss moves, you have to do boss things. You can't be a boss and you're not looking at your numbers. You have to look at your numbers. So let's go ahead and look at this free resource that I have linked in to creating a budget. Let me bring this in real quick. So this is how you use, and it's a fillable format. So we can I'm just putting it in here so you can see right here, it adds it up for you. How awesome is that? And anyone who attends my workshops, they know that you need to actually attend in person in order to get the resources and the links. So if you want these resources, make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter and you actually attend the workshop so you can get the resources. Otherwise, I try to go slowly through them so you can see them and also Link is up here, but you're gonna copy, write it down, type it in. This is just one of the perks for attending live. Anywho, you can put the month that you have, that you're in. Did that take? Did you guys hear my husband come in the door? He's having Whataburger for breakfast, but not me. My goal, my health journey is to lose 50 pounds, and I'm well on my way. So I'm not eating out. Anywho, back to this budget. So it's clickable. You can fill it in. You can say, how much do I have coming in for the month? Other income could be like digital product sales. So you're working with $5,500 for the month. Your mortgage may be $1,500. Your insurance could be, I'm not going to run through this, but you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. 1,000, more like probably 350. But then your utilities, you can see exactly what you're working with, and look, it adds it up for you. It shows you what you have left at the end of the day. Very simple, very easy. So when we're talking about those financial goals, again, in the example that we use, we want to make 25% more revenue, increase revenue by 25%. So at the end of the day, we can look at our numbers, because what system are you using? Because what system are you using to track your bookkeeping? You should be tracking your bookkeeping. You should be knowing how much you have coming in, and you should be knowing how much you have going out. So if you said you want to increase your revenue by 25%, we can also say that I want to make sure I'm doing monthly bookkeeping. Because a lot of people aren't on top of their bookkeeping. So if you're doing your monthly bookkeeping, you can see if you're hitting those goals. You can see if it's attainable. So what is the cost? Because you may say, hey, I want to use Working with Tiffany to do my monthly bookkeeping. So what is her smallest package, for example? So the cost is $300. Now, since you have acquired my bookkeeping service and you're tracking your sales, you can say, not only did I increase my revenue by 25%, but by using bookkeeping, I was able to see that I actually increased it by 45%. So at times we think that, hey, maybe I didn't hit my goal, but now we can see you actually exceeded your goal. So here's the realistic return on investment. Again, how are you going to make boss moves without looking at your numbers? So you can look at your expenses, you can look at your income with that resource that I just brought up for you guys. Let's pull it back up again. You'll be able to tell if you actually made a return on investment. So it's a very easy fillable form. And again, make sure you attend live. So after the live, you'll get a link to all of these resources. Here's the time frame. So you may say, I want to do this in 1 month. And you should always review your goals to make sure that you're on the mark. But bookkeeping is a little different. You do that on a monthly basis. You can actually do whatever you want. But short-term goals, again, are anywhere between 6 to 12 months. So you can come back and look at your financial goals. You can set them all and come back and see if you did it semi-annually. And remember, this last row right here is for you to enter your goals. And if you would like to add more goals that you want to pursue, just insert row below. Anywho, moving right along, because you guys know how I love to be on time. So we're going to start on time and end on time. Midterm goals are anywhere between 1 to 2 years. Here's a personal goal, which I love, especially since COVID is over now. I cannot wait to get back and travel. So personal goals could be traveling, planning celebrations, spending time with family and extended family. And one of the things I said above was, make sure when you hit these goals, you actually take a moment to celebrate these wins. A lot of people just roll right into the next goal. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure, I don't care if it's something small. Like for me, my cheat day is a celebration. If I went to the gym and worked out all week, I deserve a cheat day. So I'm going to celebrate my goal, and I hope you do too. So you're going to set your goal. Go on a vacation with a friend. Go on a vacation with a friend. So anywho, we're going to make measurable tracking progress. So when are you going to go on that vacation? I want to go on my birthday. So we're going to say in September. And then cost, how much does it cost? Like, what do you need to attain that goal? But I don't want to go over the same thing. So I'm going to think about something out of the box, whatever I need to do to achieve that goal. I may need a passport. So I may need to, and if you don't have a passport, you need to go look up how to get a passport. These are things that you need to do in order for you to attain these goals. Realistic. I would say I would want to go to Punta Cana. And it may not be realistic if I say I want to go to the Bermuda Triangle, because I may not be able to come back. So just picking a realistic destination is a good return on investment. Plus my mental health, keeping a work-life balance, developing lifelong memories with my friend, and time frame and deadline, again, September. So actually, let's change this. We can do our measurable tracking progress, because we can say, well, how much is the trip? The trip could be, let's see, Punta Cana, travel, meal. It could be like 5K. So then you can divide the 5K into 12 months and say, well, how much do I need to make on my monthly payment so I can have enough money to enjoy my vacation and also to have a great time. And this is just my example. And again, here's a blank roll for you to go and add what your personal goal would be. And you have 6 months to a year to get it. This is actually, no, midterm, a year to 2 years. I like to plan a year to 2 years. That may be expensive for some people. So give yourself some time to actually achieve that goal and have a great time. Excuse me. Okay, back to professional goals. So long-term goals, 3 to 5 years. Whew, like I said, it could be very difficult to know where you're going if you don't have a plan. And that's why we provide one of our services, which is strategic business planning. And it's really fruitful for you if you haven't done anything far as like a SWOT analysis or a business model canvas. And these are things that help you just kind of brain dump and find out exactly where you want to go. So I know that one of my long-term goals, and I'll just put that down, is being a government contractor. So being a government contractor, and we're going to get a little bit more specific here, but I wanted to know, like, what do I need to do to track my progress? Well, I needed to attend classes. So I attended, I want to say I've put in already about 75 hours in training, and I would like to reach 120 before I actually subscribed or bid any huge government contracts. So costs, what skills, networks acquired, mentorship for me was one of them, because I did not want to be blacklisted from the government. It's great to get a bid, but what do I have to do to keep a bid? And the return on investment, I set a goal for myself personally. I'm like, I don't care if I start off as a subcontractor, and realistic for me, at least with, 2 employees, I think 300K is awesome. So that's what I'm looking at for my return on investment. And then it says, what's your what is your time frame and your deadline? And because I have did some training and I have did some planning, I'm giving myself 3 years to get there. So I'm getting all of my paperwork together. I'm getting all of my credentials. I'm getting all of my certificates. And when I lay all this together, and like I said before, some people will say, wow, your life just came together. No, it did not. It took a lot of planning. And this is one of the things that helped me plan it all out. And I hope that it has been beneficial to you. I know that we have one person that is on the phone. Brandy had joined us. She fell off, but she came back in. If you have any questions, Brandy, please feel free to unmute yourself and come back in. I should say speak. But if not, Brandy will get her resources. Brandy will get the access to the link. She'll just be able to click. She won't have to worry about, did I miss a letter? Why is this link coming back 404 error? Because it worked in the video. So again, we we have these events for people who are looking to work with a virtual assistant. And this is our way of preparing you to make sure that you can actually have the best experience when working with us. And if you have any questions, you can always, well, let me just pop on into my website so I can show you guys really quickly how you can schedule a call with me. Let's see. We're going to share screen. Yes, we are. So this is how you book us online. And you just book a discovery call. How easy is that? And once you book your discovery call, we will provide you with a proposal. And once you sign your proposal and pay your deposit, you can have your completed progress, your completed project back within 4 days and 4 steps. So as long as you complete those 4 steps, you'll have your project done in 4 days and you'll be a lot further than what you were before. I hope this has been very beneficial to you. And thank you so much for joining me on your Saturday. You could have been anywhere, but you spent it with me. And I thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and we will see you guys next month, second Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Bye.